Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Light of Ascension Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is a summer solstice reading, and it's called Changing Seasons and Changing Times. And we just had Father's Day yesterday. Summer solstice was yesterday. We are changing seasons and we are changing time, okay? And for this reading, I have this unicorn. It's called a unicorn wishing portal. And this candle is if you guys could see the outside of it, there's a couple of unicorns on it. And so we are opening that unicorn wishing portal. And I'm really excited to read for you guys today and get into this summer solstice energy. I'm going to be using this Kuan Yin oracle. I'll also be looking at the Hedge Witch field guide. All right. And this week in particular, there's some, even though Mercury retrograde is ending this week, we still have 2 weeks of shadow phase basically. And there's some other stuff happening too besides Mercury retrograde. I think a lot of times people blame Mercury retrograde for everything, but there's actually other things that are happening astrologically that are pretty important. And so this week is going to be kind of a zinger. So make sure, just keep calm and carry on, as they would say. And forewarned is forearmed, right? And if the muggles are out in full force, then deep breaths, baby, deep breaths, okay? And we are going to go ahead and get into it. Let's just say a quick prayer over your guys' reading. I'm going to hold on to this Sigilite alien head. Spirits, angels, and guides, please open up the channel for me for all three piles as we look into this beautiful summer solstice reading for everyone here today, everyone who sees this reading, everyone who watches this. May they receive blessings tenfold upon their path. Okay. So everyone, we are going to go ahead and get into it. Make your unicorn wish. Make your unicorn portal wish. And we're going to go, ooh, look at this. Runaway Rainbow Moonstone. We are going to get into the three piles. So we have pile number 1, which is the Rainbow Moonstone. We have pile number 2, which is the Rose Quartz, this beautiful piece of Rose Quartz. And we have pile number 3, which is the Clear Crystal Quartz. And I don't think I've ever used this Clear Crystal Quartz in a reading before, but it's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. I'm happy to use it. Okay, all 3 stones, very beautiful, depending on what you're drawn to. Okay, Rainbow Moonstone, Rose Quartz, or Crystal Clear Quartz. Pile 1, 2, or 3. All right, everybody. Yeah, we just want to get comfy, right? That's all. That's all we need. It's Cancer season. It's time to get comfy. All right. And I've certainly been eating like it's Cancer season. I don't know about you guys, but there's been there's just certainly been a lot of, partaking in food and drink lately. So more food than anything, but always needing more water, more drink. When I say food and drink, I mean like water and tea, okay? Because I'm boring like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainbow Moonstone, and today's reading is a summer solstice reading called Changing Seasons, Changing Times, okay? So we are at the summer solstice in 2021 right now. However, this is a timeless reading for whenever you find it, and we are going to look at the energies. We've got the unicorn portal going right here. Spirits, angels, and guides, please show me the changing seasons, the changing times, and the changing tides for my beautiful pile number 1s, please and thank you. Okay, pile number 1, let's do it. 444 on my clock right now, pile number 1. Very stabilizing energy here. We have Maiden Magoo, card 16. So she looks pretty pleased with what she's doing and what she's gathered. And we're going to go ahead and read this card. This is from the Kuan Yin deck. And we'll do that kind of here at the end of the oracle cards before we get into the tarot cards. We also have Soothe, Chamomile. Oh, I love that. chamomile. I was talking about tea and drinking tea and water and all of that. So how about some chamomile, right? And I have my Hedge Witch book here, and we'll read about chamomile in particular. We have abundance, an Isis card here that's called abundance. Abundance in many forms is increasing and flow to you. Chamomile, soothe, right? Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love, and wisdom and self, and enjoy the abundance responsibly flowing to you in many forms over and over and over again. All right, abundance. Just in that ability to, there's so many people in the world, pile number one, who don't have a chance to relax, or a chance to take things easy, or a chance to like sit in their own energy and just be quiet for a while and enjoy what's around them and be very grateful and appreciative. And having the ability to do that is also abundance. And we should always remember that, especially when times are changing, and that can feel a little bit scary. Pile number one, we have seeing beyond. Of course, pile number one. Of course, we have the third eye, super activated, seeing beyond all the illusions, pile number one. And, one way to see beyond illusions is with gratitude, self-soothing, calmness. I definitely feel like, speak less and observe more, or speak less and absorb more, right? We've moved into Cancer season, summertime season. We've got that summertime sadness, as Lana Del Rey would say, pile number one. Not in a bad way though. I mean, just kind of like in a chill way. I feel a very nice chill vibe in your reading. We have no, wait, postpone, pause, and say no. All right, so yeah, this is a good time to practice the word no. And no is not a swear word, right? Pile number one. And it may be that there's some people that want you to come out and do things, or spend time, or hang out, or interrupt what you're doing. There may be family intrusions, or people that are like, oh, since you've got this free time right now, could we all get together or hang out? And I feel like if there's anybody here that's disrupting your peace and your flow, pile number one, then say no. If you get a feeling that there is going to be a huge dark cloud over your head, if you just keep saying yes to everything, then it's time to say no. All right, no is not a 4-letter word, it's only 2. We have whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Okay, yeah, I feel like this is coming out with the chamomile and this energy of soothing. Somebody said to me today that when you need to soothe something, don't put really hot water. Don't put even, medium lukewarm water. Put something a little on the colder side. Okay, so maybe some iced chamomile tea. I've never thought to have that before. Is that good? Maybe you could put some lemon in there too. Would that be good, right? Trust the great mystery, pile number one, and those cool waters right now, taking you away from any situation that has become very distressing and difficult to deal with. We have love, right? Coming right out underneath abundance. Yeah, having people that support you, having a great partner, having friendships, loving what you're doing in your life. I mean, that is abundance too, right? So it's not just money and likes and, people commenting and, just all the pressures, right? Of social media and all of that, right? We have love here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. All right, pile number one, trust and love. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, and this is what's coming out underneath what I would look at almost as a high priestess card, even though this is not a tarot deck. But seeing beyond the illusions, and I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. My intuition, my guides, my angels will always guide me correctly. And that's abundance as well, right? Because a lot of people cannot hear that inner voice, or they block it out, or they don't really create a space to really, to kind of, oh, my neck just cracked. Ah, lovely pile number one. I feel like I'm getting a massage during your reading. I'm like, wow. About people not really creating the space to kind of have this very soothing, calming energy. I think after some of you guys say no to something, you're gonna feel so much better, okay? And trust is coming up here twice. Trust in the great mystery and trust over here. So love has a lot to do with trust as well. Like if we really love something, we find it easier to trust it, don't we? And that's just, you know, that's abundance too, right there. Being able to trust something is also abundance, pile number one. We have the cosmic flower. Oh my God. I feel like this is like the crown chakra here. The frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Pour it out, baby. The whale spirit here. And it looks like here she's got like a basket of flowers. This Maiden Magoo here has this basket of flowers. So talking about, you know, the cosmic flower, the remembrance of the place that we call home. And, you know, we have that solid home base where we have love and trust so that we can really be calm in our energy. And when it is time to go out into the world, we're able to show up with our intuition and our minds opened. I definitely feel like with Cosmic Flower here, it's like Spirit is wanting to bring you guys a gift as well. Okay, we have the Seeker of the Orbs. So I think Seeker is the Page of Swords in this deck. And yeah, I love this because you guys are at base camp, it feels like, or you're at the base of something and you're looking up and you're like, what is that? And it feels curious to me, okay? It feels very curious to me. And you guys don't ever go to a party empty-handed. I feel you're like a very gracious soul, pile number one. And you always want to, I feel like your hands are very healing. And I feel like even the way you touch things, even animals or pieces of paper or in your garden or flowers, I just feel like you guys have these very like lovely healing hands. And you know, something about this new season about curiosity, okay? And the first time that you notice like something different, because I feel this energy is very calm. There may be something that you notice that you're like, oh, I didn't notice that before. And I wonder why I'm noticing that now. And for some of you guys, it may cause a little bit of worry in you, and you may be like, what is that, you know? And I'm seeing the initials G and E here. G and E. I'm also seeing like 62, 63 here, or the number 26. And yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be like, what is this? At first, very curious. And yeah, and you'd be like, what is it that I don't know yet? And this energy of trusting in the divine mystery, okay, is really with you guys right now. And I want to go ahead and read this Maiden of the Magoo here. And let's go ahead and see. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It just says, Maiden Magoo is an immortal expression of the Divine Mother of the East. Now brings you a special message from Kuan Yin. She guides you to trust. Oh my God, trust coming up twice here. She guides you to trust that if you entered into the darkness of the unknown parts of yourself, you will emerge into light, reassembled and reborn once more. If you are going through chaos in your life because you're allowing yourself to grow, Maiden Magoo also reassures that the order and light will emerge out of the chaos in due course. Have faith and keep growing. Yeah, I'm getting so much calm, chamomile, soothing, because maybe there is a lot of chaos going on around you right now. In order to grow spiritually, there are times when we simply must delve within, right? The whale energy, and find our shadow. It is easier to perceive the effect of the shadow than the shadow itself. The effect of the shadow is judgment, positive or negative, of another that we do not think is related to us personally. That's projection 101. We may mightily admire or despise characteristics or traits in another, and yet when such judgments arrive, it is part of us that is seeking to be integrated and expressed. All right, noticing our judgments as well. Yeah, your judgment may be a strong reaction to a person who seems to be self-centered and obsessed. Yeah, I mentioned about how you're like very loving, trusting people, pile number one, how like you would not show up to a party empty-handed. Like you're not that kind of a guest, although I feel that there are others that would possibly do that and take advantage of those kinds of situations. That is not you, okay? And kind of like the judgment, you may have judgments of others on one issue or trait that seems to be more repetitive or noticeable as of late. You're guided to sense what beauty within you could be underneath these judgments, trying to make its way into your conscious awareness, bringing you more of yourself to enjoy and share with the world. Be patient and open-minded as you wait for your intuition. Yeah, we have this double intuition over here, to help you realize what is growing within you, triggering your judgment of another, okay? So, Maiden Magu's special blessing to you is to realize that you will soon enter the spring of rebirth with this process, okay? Yeah, okay. This card can also be an indicator that if you have been working on a project, whether it be self-healing, shadow work, or a creative project, or you are looking to work with children, rebirthing, or creative endeavors more generally, the time is fast approaching when this will come together as a new reality for you, pile number one. Okay, let's look at chamomile, because I'd like to look at that one too. I mean, most of us are familiar with chamomile, but let's see. Chamomile, the water of youth, Roman chamomile, German chamomile, or pineapple weed. Is that all the names for it? Chamomile is the name given to a group of related flowering plants from the daisy family. You can find this plant almost anywhere in the world and is very likely in your own backyard or local park. The sweet-smelling blossom of plant that can be dried and made into a delicious calming tea that functions as a digestive and overall relaxant. Even though this ubiquitous plant is very easy to find and prepare, it is also widely commercially available and can be found almost everywhere. Let's see. The property soothe reminds us to care for ourselves and others, especially in times of stress or difficulty. Okay, so this whole thing about, other people maybe not being as careful or caring, or just being kind of like selfish, or it's almost like unconsciously, I feel like sometimes, pile number one, other people just not really understanding the impact of, just not really getting their own shadow. Like, it's like if they show up to a party empty-handed and they don't thank their host, and they're like, I can't eat any of this, why did you make this? Like rudeness, that kind of stuff, can be like very triggering for some people, and almost like for people that are like hypersensitive and want to help and want to be there, it can kind of feel like it's almost like you feel the shame of that person doing that to the host, okay? If you know what I'm saying, it's almost like you feel like, ugh, when you see what they're doing, and you feel bad for the host in a way, and it may cause you to kind of do more when you see this. And and I've been in this situation too, pile number one, so I know what you mean. And we have this no card here, so resist kind of filling in the blanks where other people are kind of falling short. And when we're talking about judgment, like, if you do feel yourself kind of triggered by this, pile number one, then talking about having a good old-fashioned glass of tea, soothing yourself, taking it easy, okay? No matter what problem or decision you're facing, a calm and thoughtful mind will always help you move forward in the best way, okay? This property may also indicate that it's now not the most prudent time for confrontation, breakup, or change. Sometimes unruffling your or other people's feathers can calm a situation that looked like it was headed for confrontation. Diplomacy is often the best strategy, okay? Yeah, and I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way in the moment, pile number one, but let's go ahead and get into the specifics here for my pile number ones. So what does pile number one need to know about this new changing spirit? Changing season, new changing season. Changing spirits, that's funny. Exchanging spirits. We look like two people here who are toasting to one another. And, you know, this is kind of your ideal. I feel like pile number one, like when you're hanging out with friends, family, loved ones, significant others, like just kind of like everybody seeing eye to eye, being able to kind of sense what others, you know, like being very like polite and being able to sense what others need in situations. I'm gonna venture to say that those of us that had past lives in very telepathic societies may have a bit of a time on the earth plane, okay? Pile number one, we may have a few judgments or a bit of an issue on the earth plane at times. But I see like this is your ideal, right? Like this is kind of like we're in unison together. We see eye to eye. Like there's a lot of diplomacy. Everything is going well. Like the Two of Cups is Venus and Cancer. So talking about Venus and diplomacy and just getting along, right? And just being appreciative of one another. And we have the King of Swords here. So it's like you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, and then, you know, judgment enters in, or that isn't, you know, or somebody, an outside irritant, possibly pile number one. But I also just feel like with this King of Swords, it's like you saying, you know, this is how like I would want it to be, but I also understand, King of Swords, that it can't be like this all the time, and that sometimes I'm just, as much as I would like this utopian ideal, like other times I just have to acknowledge where people are at and, you know, create this environment for myself in my own space if that's really what I'm craving, okay? And yeah, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, and I also feel like for some of you guys too, somebody is, you've got, you know, somebody is really in Cancer season or in this upcoming summer season. You guys could be out with a friend, you could be enjoying yourself. I feel like you guys, some of you guys, this isn't a love reading, but I definitely feel like some of you guys could have suitors or people that are into you, okay? Like somebody that's your age, but also somebody that's younger as well. I feel like two people, possibly air and earth signs, could be into you, all right? And but I also, if it's not just new connections, like people really seeing you or liking you, I kind of feel like people wondering what you're up to during this summer solstice or during this time, summer season of 2021. Like people like, well, what are you up to? You look like you're having a good time, or you look like you're enjoying yourself. Like, what's up with you, right? I feel like that could be some of the questions, you know, and it's like, yeah, well, when everyone is like loving and trusting and all of that, like it's pretty easy to kind of create this ideal atmosphere, right? And somebody here, like, you know, like I feel with this Knight of Pentacles, this one is this person, we may be talking about two people. Like one may be trying to kind of interrupt what's going on, and the other one may be hanging back and kind of not really lifting a finger and being like, yeah, everything's cool here, everything's fine, you know? And we have the Fool. So I think like you guys are just like, wrong answer, reset, redo. You know, I know what my intuition is saying. And sometimes you guys, as much as you want like the idealized experience and you want to bring others into that, I feel like sometimes you guys just need to go pursue your own bliss on your own accord. Like, I'm gonna go and put on this ridiculous outfit and go for a walk in the park. And I feel like some of you guys may be wearing something during Cancer season as well, like a skirt or a flowy skirt, like that you normally don't wear or that you wouldn't normally wear. I feel like some of you guys are gonna like be wearing something unique over the Cancer season here, over the next, you know, summer season here, over the next couple of months. I feel like you guys may be like changing your wardrobe or adding something interesting, unique, or different into it. And you might be afraid of judgment, like what are other people gonna think or say about that? But I think you don't, you know, at some point you just don't really care, you know? They always say like, as women get older, they care less, all right, about what everybody else is thinking or judging them on, all right? And we could all hope for that. For those of you women who are watching this, like, we could all hope for that, right? Because there's so much pressure to kind of conform and be the same as everyone else, right? And I feel like with this Fool, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna like go wear and do what I want. Like, I'm gonna intentionally, not intentionally, try to rile others up, because I don't feel that's your guys' energy, but I'm just going to like, I feel like being weird, so I'm just gonna be weird is kind of what I feel for you guys, okay? For this summer season. Let's see what else comes up here for my pile number 1. I'm seeing like those cat eye glasses, you know, like the cat eye, like sunglasses or glasses or makeup. I'm seeing that kind of like cat eye, okay? And yeah, it's cool. You are cool, pile number 1, just so you know, like you are super cool. Like others wish, like this King of Pentacles or this King of Swords, like what are you up to? Why are you so cool, pile number 1? Because you are. Oh my God, here's the King of Wands. So we have the King of Swords and the King of Wands, but on this King of Wands is coming on top of this No card. So I definitely think that there could be like a boss, an employer, there could be somebody that really wants you to like take some action or commit to something, all right? And I feel like some of you guys are like, no, no, okay? And I feel like this person's like, when are you gonna do it, all right? Or when are you gonna, when is this gonna happen? Or when is this gonna get done? Or when can I talk to you about this, all right? Somebody is wanting to see you be like super proactive, pile number 1. And I feel like you guys are just kind of like, no, you know? I mean, you guys are curious. And I feel like here with this Seeker of Orbs and the Fool, like we have trust in the Fool, which is very important when you're talking about that. But I feel like with this Seeker of Orbs, you guys are like, I'd rather figure out like what's behind that wall or what's behind that door. I feel like some of you guys, there may be somebody here who wants you to be more proactive, but I feel like you guys are just like, okay? And yeah, the Empress, I'm sitting pretty, okay? I'm the cosmic flower. I'm the fucking Empress, and I don't have to listen to you. I like this, pile number 1. I like this, okay? No wonder you need some like calming energy, all right? Like somebody coming at you, telling you, like looking down on you or judging you and worried about what you're doing or what you're up to. I just feel like you guys are sipping your tea. All right, cosmic flower, chamomile flower, trust the great mystery. The Empress here has a couple of bananas she's holding on to. She's got her glass full, or actually she's holding a pomegranate, it looks like here. It almost looked like she was holding a glass of wine, but you know, whatever. You got your glass full, pile number 1, and you're perfectly content with where you're at. You don't really need all that pressure right now. You don't need all the prying eyes. You don't need people interrupting your flow, your happiness, your vibe, okay? Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and there may be somebody here who wants you to, it's like, if I just wait long enough, pile number 1 will come around or see things my way, but the Queen of Pentacles overrules the Knight of Pentacles, all right? There may be somebody who's waiting to like see you kind of like trip, or I don't want to be pile number one. I don't want to create any weirdness in your head, but it could be somebody at work that kind of is almost, I feel like, waiting for you to screw up or waiting for you to do something that they can sort of be like, wait, you know? But the thing is that you're holding everything super steady, okay? You've got this, and you're super calm and confident and experienced. And, you know, the Empress overrules all of these kings and knights here, okay? And I also see summertime as being very, like, financially secure for you guys, too. I don't think you're going to, you know, you may be curious about, like, you know, where are these revenue streams going to come from? Or am I going to be able to kind of, but I think you guys are holding on to your money. You're feeling good about yourselves, and yeah, nothing can stop you, pile number one. And it's not like you even have to like go crazy and crush it. It's just kind of happening, okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords. Oh my God. Wow, pile number one. So many fucking court cards. Who wants so many things from you guys during summer season? And who are you just ignoring and going to, I mean, I don't feel like you're ignoring people. Like, you're doing it lovingly, Two of Cups, but like lovingly kind of buzz off because I got my own plan, all right, is what I feel. And this King of Wands, who has been like on you and saying, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and you've said no, and you're just holding your own, and you've got your own plan here. This King of Wands is going to turn into a Knight of Swords, and it's just going to be like, well, shit, what do I do now? You know, what do I do now? And it's all because you looked behind the veil, behind the curtain, pile number one. Curiosity killed the cat, but it also elevated the cat to the level of the Empress and, you know, success and new adventures, okay? So, I mean, yeah, sure, curiosity can kill the cat, but it also can bring you exactly what you want, all right? And I see you guys maintaining during the summer season, no matter who is in your space energetically, I see you guys maintaining, okay? And you're solid, and you're gonna kind of send people to their corners having to figure out, okay, well, what do I do next, all right? You're gonna kind of shut things down, all right? The Hermit is on the bottom of the deck here, so I definitely feel like you guys have a secret guide that is keeping the batshit crazy away from you, pile number one. It may not feel like it at some times because it's on the bottom of the deck here, but somebody is watching after you. Look at this person standing at the window and protecting you and watching over you and making sure that none of these energies have, you know, any ability to sort of impact your path, okay, pile number one? So, wow, pile number one, what a reading for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I thoroughly did. And please give me a like, share, or subscribe, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, leave me a comment because I do love interacting. I love seeing your comments. And ask me any questions or comments in the description box below. Thank you so much, pile number one. We'll see you again next time. Let's go ahead and get into pile number two. Okay, let's clear the energy. Let's do it. Let's do it, pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful rose quartz. Someone very special gave this to me, so I'm happy to share this with you, pile number two. And today's reading is a summer solstice reading called Changing Seasons, Changing Times. So we're going to find out what's happening right now over the next couple of months during summer solstice for you, what new energetic portals are being opened. We've got the unicorn wishing portal candle right here. So I am doing magic for you as we speak, pile number two. So let's go ahead and get it. Spirits, angels, and guides for my beautiful pile number twos, please help me open up to their energy field as we channel in today's summer solstice changing seasons, changing times. Let's do it. We have Weave the Future Golden, card 44. All right, it looks like somebody's got some gold coins like circulating their palm here. But yeah, an intensely watching like something unfold, an investment, a manifestation, right? And keeping their eye on what's happening. And we have Weave the Future Golden. So we'll read this Kuan Yin card when we get close to the end of the oracle cards and tie that into everything. We also have Chicory as your flower here, and it says sustain, okay? Weave the future golden and sustain your growth. It is 5:15 on my clock right now. We're gonna look at Chicory in the Hedge Witch Field Guide here, as well as we move on in your reading. And we've got cartouche here. So choose to release that which would lower your vibration into fear. Come back to love, stay true to yourself, and you shall inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you. Invoking the power of speech and words for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. So the power of speech, also not letting your mind wander, right? Pile number 2, talking about sustaining the vibe here with Chicory, okay? And as we are sustaining the vibe and we're using, you know, the power of speech and our thoughts to come back and stay true to ourselves, we will be weaving the future golden, okay? And yeah, the land in between. So something about summer season for you, pile number 2, is taking you. It's like spring was here, here's summer, and there's fall, like delivering you into a new land of possibility, okay? And as the sun kind of sets on summer, you know, in the next like couple of months, we start getting into September, etc., then you're going to be in a completely different place is what I feel, okay? And what you're doing in the next couple of months here is really like mission critical for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth, pile number 2, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else we have. Soul family, wow, I love this. Call in your tribe. You do not have to do it alone. Yeah, as you are, you know, weaving your future, like you do not have to do it alone. You can definitely call in your tribe. And it's so funny because I'm kind of seeing like an octopus here with the many different arms and the many things that we have to do when we're working to like change our future and our destiny, right? And this card here talking about not having to do things alone and being able to trust that the people in our lives will sustain us here with Chicory, all right? We have vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. All right, so some of you guys like asking about, you know, relationships, connections, your tribe, families, friendships, right? Maybe looking at a time when you actually felt this connection, pile number 2. And now, you know, maybe some of you guys have been feeling kind of alone, right? And so this is where we choose to release that which would lower our vibration into fear. And, you know, I'm not one of those people that thinks that lower vibrational energy is bad or that you need to be afraid of it or be like slapping yourself across the face because you felt it. I mean, fear is there for a reason, but we can ask our guides to help us, you know, if something is meant for us, then help me prepare for it and help me release the fear around it. Okay, we do our part on the earth plane to be responsible, but then we also ask our guides and angels to help us identify here, nothing is wasted, sustain, like what it is that, you know, we are overlooking or not seeing, and helping us realizing that, you know, situations that happened where there were separations, breakups, endings, etc., especially during this last Mercury retrograde, like, you know, helping us realize like, okay, we can move through this. We will find our tribe here. And I love the psychic connection. that these two share. Okay, I absolutely love that. There is a beautiful psychic connection that you share with someone, pile number 2. And if you don't have it yet, you are working on that with Weave the Future Golden, okay? And in that process, there might have been some deep losses here with this vulture spirit. But spirit sustains you always, okay, pile number 2. And I love this. I feel like the dolphin energy here is so important. And it's like, you know, when you feel that like shared psychic energy, and it's almost like in a pod is what I feel. It's like channeling in a pod with your tribe, okay? And sometimes tarot readings on YouTube are like that, like pick a cards. I found like the dolphin energy really resonating with that because it's channeling psychic energy into a pod, right? And it's that same way with people, with finding your tribe and weaving the future golden here, okay? We have friendship. Yeah, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, all right? And sometimes we need to call on the power of speech and words for our own strength and protection, right? And growth, to come back to love, to come back to ourselves when things have gotten out of whack. Now, again, this is about a very beautiful soul tribe and a beautiful friend in your life, or that will be in your life, I feel, pile number 2, talking about rose quartz and the energy of healing and unconditional love. Growth, all right? I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. This summer solstice in the next 3 months or so for you, pile number 2, are all about bridging this gap in your understanding and where you have been, you know, kind of holding back and not wanting to release past experiences. And I feel like, you know, you are going to grow in friendship, in love, and in friendship here. And, you know, friendships are here for our spiritual growth as well, very much. And even those that ended, that are no longer with us, okay, nothing is actually wasted, all right, when it comes to, you know, but I also feel here it's very important for you to sustain your own energy field, pile number 2. And, you know, we have to be able to do that while we have others in our lives. And for sensitive people, which I think you guys are here with this dolphin energy, that can be a tricky balance to maintain, okay? We have perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it, okay? So definitely talking about, you know, if the doors of perception were, you know, wiped clean or held open, what would we see? All right. I think there's a song by Thievery Corporation called The Doors of Perception. I always love that song. There's some really amazing like chanting in it by Ganjang, I think her name is. She's an Indian singer. I'm probably like not saying her name right. But yeah, and there's a whole saying about the doors of perception. I'm channeling right now, so I'm probably not remembering or saying things right, but like the doors of perception really opening for you in this land in between over this summer solstice, over the next couple of months, okay? Ooh, we have the 6 of crystals, right? And I feel like for some of you guys in pile number 2, it's like, how much giving is too much giving, all right? And, you know, just being able to balance your own energies out first, especially when you're feeling sad or you're feeling down, you know, what can you count on? What helps balance your energy out? What helps heal your mind and your thoughts, right? And really focusing on that before we, you know, before we throw the rose into the abyss, right? We're going to say our moments of goodbye, you know, give a kiss to our old life, let it go, whatever it is, pile number 2, okay? I just get this, I'm getting this like very poetic energy in your guys' reading, like the doors of perception, throwing a rose into the abyss. I'm getting these, you know, it's this vulture energy with this soul tribe, okay? And it's really tending to, it's the marriage of our outer and inner self-love, balancing that out with our spirituality, and then what else do we have to give to others outside of that, okay? I feel like this is an important thing you're going to be marinating on over this summer solstice, over the next couple of months. Okay, pile number 2, let's look at very spiritual pile. I have to say, this reading to me feels quite spiritual, like this next 3 months being very like spiritually awakening for you, okay? Let's look at card 44, this Weave the Future Golden. So let us do it. We have something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw in the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities waiting for you that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. Do you know how much the divine wishes to support you and assist you in living your heart's truth in this lifetime? Kuan Yin, with grace and compassion, wishes to help you ascend to the next level in your life expression so that your soul light may shine more brightly on the planet and help you and other beings to live with your more heart and less fear. Yeah, we definitely talked about fear a lot, okay? And yeah, it says you can choose to live a life infused with the golden energy of peace, prosperity, joy, and creativity. A future so golden is being woven into your present moment now, like a tapestry. With the choices and actions that you make in this moment, you call into being the divine golden tapestry of future bliss. Clever you. Okay, pile number 2. Yeah, it says, and you're, yeah, let's see. The Kuan Yin is aware that there are opportunities and assistance waiting for you in your future embodiment. She wishes to assist you because you're in the land in between right now, okay? She wishes to assist you in drawing those future gifts into the present moment where they can be of most use to you. This oracle indicates that there is something special waiting in the wings for you, and if you wish to do so, you can receive healing and elevate your vibration. Yeah, we talked about releasing that which lowers the vibration here so that you are able to receive it more readily. If you've been holding a secret wish in your heart, perhaps to publish a book, be a healer, to teach, to write, to sing, to attract a loving soulmate, a partnership, right? Soul family here, or to spiritually awaken at a deeper level. I feel you guys are definitely in that moment. Take a moment to feel what it would like for that heartfelt wish to manifest right now. Can you imagine the joy of it? Can you also allow that joy to be such a normal, ordinary occurrence that it would be part of your life right now? Okay? That is how you begin to weave manifestation into this moment. Be bold, dream big, and imagine what it would feel like to live your dreams, okay? And you're in this land in between right now, pile number 2, where you're really cultivating this growth. And your perception of the past, I feel, is really shifting here as well, especially around issues of giving and receiving and that energy of throwing a rose into the abyss, okay? And let's go ahead and look at sustain here. I want to look at chicory and just read a little bit about it for you before we get into your tarot. Okay, so common chicory is a perennial herb related to the dandelion. It has blue or purple or rarely white or pink flowers, and it grows wild on roadsides in Europe as well as North America, Asia, and the Middle East. Chicory has become naturalized in most of the world. When grown for its edible leaves, it is known as leaf chicory, and the leaves cut from young plants can be used in raw and salads. Older foliage should be blanched to remove bitterness, okay? Although humans use this plant as a drink and occasionally a food source, it is extremely valuable as animal fodder to supplement the diet of livestock, All right. Interesting. Interesting. Cows, horses, sheep, rabbits. Chicory is an example of how one organism can sustain others. So I like to think of it in relation to a person's role in a community. You may not always have the best skill set, the right answer, or the resources to share, but we can all contribute and support those around us, right? 6 of crystals. When is it enough, right? Pile number 2, how should I do this? What should I give? How should I help myself as well and support myself in this? I feel like these are questions now that you are working through. And do you want to sustain others? And you will find, do what you can to sustain others, and you will find others will do the same for you. The 6 of Pentacles in the tarot deck. Wow, this is it. This is the 6 of Pentacles right here. Speaks to charity, community giving, and the need to sustain one another. Wow. You may find yourself on the giving and receiving end of this equation, so try to handle either position with grace. Wow, 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 wow. So many synchronicities for you. Pile number 2. Are you getting the message, baby? Let's go ahead and look at the 6 of Pentacles and sustain. Wow, wow, wow. And nothing is wasted, right? With the vulture, like even if we gave something away, we didn't get it in return. Look at how much is growing here for you to balance that energy out. All right, look at how much spiritual growth that you have. And I'm going to say one thing about manifestation, and I've been meaning to make a video on this because I think it's important information. I feel like, you know, manifestation can be like very selfish and very trite and overplayed and overdone, and another way to kind of spiritually abuse ourselves, right? Or it can be something beautiful when we talk about like our hopes and our wishes and our dreams, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We have that in life, and there's nothing to be ashamed about, like what it is that you want and need and what's important to you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I also think, you know, I feel that manifestation, rapid manifestation is sometimes very scary, number 1. And number 2, I also feel rapid manifestation is coming from the amount of sacrifices and the amount that we have been able to give and sustain others in this lifetime and in other lifetimes in our past lives, okay? So some people are in this lifetime with a light and a match, you know, trying to spark the wood, and it's not going and it's not going. Well, a lot of times it's because we're meant to divert into another direction, all right? The other times it can be because that is something we need to do more work on, okay? And you know, if we did a ton of work on something in a past life, or we sacrificed a lot, or we really, really, you know, gave it all up for spirit in other lifetimes with charity and goodwill and all of that, then I do feel like a lot of people with rapid manifestation abilities will experience that in this lifetime. But I also feel that those who've done that are aware of it, and it's scary at times, okay, to be rapidly manifesting things. It can feel like very scary. So yeah, pile number 2. Interesting that your pile brought all this out. So let's see, during the summer months, what is coming here for pile number 2? Page of Swords, okay. So something about writing or the speaking or the communication. We talked about the power of speech, invoking words for your strength and protection, maybe saying some spells or mantras, or music to evoke, also to evoke your connection with the heavens. I feel like it's like you're like knocking on heaven's door. It's like, knock, knock, I'm here, right? It's like letting spirit know, I'm ready to work with you. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to, you know, set this into motion. And I'm ready to work with spirit is what I feel like you guys are saying, okay? 6 of Cups here. This is Scorpionic energy. So again, talking about your soul family and letting others help you. There may be a particular Scorpio or just somebody who's like very deep like you are, pile number 2, because I feel like you guys are very deep, loving souls, okay? And you have had disappointments, especially when, you know, they always say that saying, never cast your pearl before swine, right? There's this quote in the Bible, and it talks about like continually giving and giving and giving in situations when there's like, you know, when there's just like it's throwing a rose into the abyss, okay? And it's beautiful to give. It's not beautiful when it like it's just, it feels like heavy, okay? Or they feels that there's really a lot of negativity attached to that. And some of us who are very rapid manifestors in this lifetime have had many experiences with throwing roses into the abyss. So, you know, but there's an energy like you're more powerful when you allow others into your future. I feel pile number 2 with this soul tribe, okay? When you're both have the same goal and you're both working to the same thing, and there's a lot of deep, you know, passion and chemistry, whether it's friendship, whether it's, you know, romance, whatever it is, like that's a huge healing part of this for you. Yeah, we have 7 of Swords. So like, it's just this energy of going really deep with someone, allowing them to be there with you, and then finding out that they kind of had other motivations, okay? But, you know, with this vulture spirit talking about nothing ever being wasted, I feel like it's your perception of how these situations went down. And I know that that can be hard because changing your perception doesn't really change what happened, you know? And you can trick the mind all you want to try to like get out of it, right? But the mind likes to make up a lot of stories too, and likes to perceive things in a lot of ways, and likes to change its mind many times, okay? And sometimes you just kind of have to roll with that. Pile number 2 here. Yeah, we have the moon. So a lot happening in this land in between, a lot happening while you're sleeping as well. You know, in the daytime, I feel like some of you guys, and I've asked myself this question many times, like to spirit, how should I perceive this situation? Like, what is the correct way to see this situation? Okay, because with the moon energy, something was very confusing and something was not straightforward, and you know, something was a bit like off kilter, okay? And you know, the energy that I'm getting from your reading though is very positive, pile number 2, okay? And you know, I don't think you need to rewrite every story in your life to try to game the manifestation system and then cross your fingers and hope to die, stick a needle in your eye, all right? I don't think you need to go down that path. It's a very weird path, okay? But there's something here about like letting your mind wander, letting your mind run free, subconscious rants, you know, thinking about things one way one day, and then thinking about them another way a different day, okay? And I also feel like some tears, pile number 2, that have been shed over this. Like, growth isn't always easy, and sometimes it's super confusing as well with the moon here, okay? But there is something like wild and beautiful and free that's being, you know, developed within you. And I feel like the right people, the soul tribe the right person is going to understand like where you've been in the path that you have traversed, okay? What else, Spirit, can you show me for pile number 2 with regard to summer solstice? Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, again, I love the 2 hands here protecting the same outcome. All right. I do feel there's somebody that you're like, you know, yelling into the abyss, hey, does anybody else want to talk about this? Does anybody else want to do this? Does anybody else interested in this? And I feel like there's going to be someone really cool, soul family and tribe, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, you know, whatever it is here for you, pile number 2, that is really going to be helpful to you and is like, you know, yeah, I've got the same goals. I've got the same things in mind. And Let's work on this together. Let's spitball some ideas. Let's protect this future together. Let's weave the future golden together here. It's like two hands being better than one. I like that for you, pile number 2. Definitely a lot of healing around that for you guys here. It's like this whole energy of giving and receiving and thinking that, you know, we do it on our own, right? Like, and that's all that there is. And it's a one-way street. And then sometimes it comes back. Like, what about making that a more dynamic process? What about doing things together, right? What about the same goal is what I feel. Yeah, there it is, the 2 of Cups. There it is, the same goal, not having to work on your own, not feeling confused all the time about things that have happened, especially in the past, right? Going back and forth, like, how should I think about this? What's the best way to look at it? Things can be so much simpler. Like when you're on the same page with someone, it's just, you got the same goals in mind. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles, and then you can add more, right? Once you, like, this coming out on friendship and growth, and I feel like for you guys, summer solstice is gonna be about, you know, soul tribe family. Like, you are gonna be happier, and you're gonna have a deeper sense of satisfaction, and it's gonna help you work through some of these more challenging energies from the past. Okay, and you're gonna have a better time during summer solstice, during the next like 3 months here, pile number 2, you know, when you allow others to kind of have ideas about what it is that you're doing, or share with you, or step up to the plate in a certain way and automate something. I also feel like somebody has some really good ideas here that could help you automate something that can make your life a lot easier. All right. And sometimes we need that. Like, we need others to sort of like spark us so that we're like, oh yeah, you know, and then we can really get the wheels turning. We can really get things moving. And talk about changing times. You know, this whole reading was called Changing Times. The 2 of Pentacles is the Lord of change. A lot of successful change coming here for you during this summer solstice. And it's setting you up for a much more dynamic future is what I feel. Pile number 2, okay? Temperance is on the bottom of the deck. Your guides and angels are with you now. They're helping you blend your energy with another. They're helping you so that it's not just the same thing every day of, oh, I've got to do this. You know, I've got to take care of everything on my own. There's nobody else around to help or support, right? And I feel like this energy is what's shifting for you, pile number 2, during this summer solstice, okay? So call in your soul tribe, because it's coming, baby, and it's going to help you grow a lot in a very positive way. All right, so thank you so much, pile number 2. Loved your guys' reading. Very spiritually, like, connected reading is what I felt in your reading. Lots of growth there. So thank you so much, pile number 2. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe. Definitely comment if you felt like the reading was good for you or you enjoyed it. I do love reading your comments so much, and it does encourage me to keep pushing forward. So let's go ahead and move into pile number 3. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the crystal clear quartz, and today's reading is a summer solstice reading called Changing Seasons, Changing Times. So cool. All right, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please be with me here today on the angel frequency 333-222-444. All right, 777. Okay, please be with me now. And let's go ahead and channel it in for my beautiful pile number 3s. I felt like saying, you know, like angelic number sequences to you guys. So maybe you know something about that, or it's something you're learning lately. Definitely a lot of learning going on for you guys. Hierophant on the bottom of the deck here. So much learning. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 3. Let's see. Changing seasons, changing time. We have reveal the peacock beauty. Wow, look at you guys, really mastering something, really focused. And you know, for some of you that are younger here, I feel like this is card 24. And for some of you guys, if you're younger watching this, you're very talented for your age, okay? And I don't mean to say that to be like, you know, whatever to you because, you know, because I'm like, you know, 15 years older than you or whatever. But what I'm saying is like, wow, very talented. And for those of you that are older, like you guys are very focused on learning and growing and really, really looking like you're shining in your skill set, okay? And you guys make it look easy to others. They're like, wow, you know, pile number 3, wow. But you make it look really easy to others, but people don't see all the effort and training and skill level to get to where you are today. Very beautiful energy, pile number 3. We have indigo and enhance. Okay, so your skills definitely being enhanced during this summer solstice, during the next 3 months, definitely enhancing and growing in ability and skill. Let's see what else. We have divine guardian. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Wow, Isis coming through loud and clear for you guys. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only love beneath the surface of the present situation. Okay? Yeah, and Isis is like, you know, those who work directly with Isis, she will challenge you. And she's a very loving, competent, skilled, like amazing, beautiful priestess, practitioner, goddess, okay? And, you know, but she does challenge people to really grow and really enhance their abilities and skills, okay? So you guys are working with Isis right now as your divine guardian, and this is enhancing whatever it is that you're putting your effort into. We have the storyteller. Wow, you guys. So, you know, putting the pen to the page. So I see the key here too, which reminds me of the Hierophant and the key. Like you guys having the key to unlock something creatively. Now, if you have felt like blocked or you haven't felt super creative, or you're like, I'm not sure what I want to do, like you're looking at a blank page and you're like, like tapping your pen, you know, pile number 3, like, I feel like get ready to get inspired because Isis is here to enhance your abilities and unlock some hidden abilities within you. All right. And I'm loving this red feather. It's almost like an indigo feather. It's not like dark red. It's almost like that red purple. Loving the indigo feather. Okay. And it looks like there's a piece of like turquoise in the middle of this like ancient book that is waiting to be filled. Okay. We have cards 17 and 24 here. So adding up to a 6 and an 8. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Because, and I don't even really want to focus on this crumbling because there's something so much better beyond it, right? Like something like very old, and you know, you might have been holding on to something that was like, you know, kind of like old, set in its ways, like an institution that's kind of like breaking down on its own is what I feel like, pile number 3. And I almost don't even really want to focus on it too much because I'm so excited about what lies beyond for you. And the road is super long, and you know, immediately when you get out of this situation, it's like, whoa, you know, reveal the peacock beauty, okay? And some of you guys are really surprising people with some choices that you're making or some of the things that you decide to do. But, you know, into the great wide open, a rebel without a clue, but with a clue. Okay, that's a Tom Petty song called Into the Great Wide Open. And getting away from dying institutions that are like, you know, clinging to the mold inside their walls. Okay, getting rid of that, pile number 3, because something so much sweeter lighting beyond for you here. We have Fox Spirit and Think on Your Feet. So this is coming on out under Enhance here. So if this Mercury retrograde made you feel kind of slow and discombobulated, pile number 3, I mean, I see your intuition, your intellectual, you know, faculties, I also feel like you guys are, I love the attitude of this Fox, because it's like, don't try to bullshit a bullshitter, you know, pile number 3. It's like, don't try to tell me lies. Don't try to say, you know, certain buzzwords to me. Don't try to like, I know what you're saying and I don't like it. I don't care for it. And I feel like if looks could kill, pile number 3, all right? And I feel like your discernment is just gonna be enhanced. It's like you work so hard to get to where you are. You've become such a master at it. You know, no need to cling on to anything anymore. And especially if people have been saying things to you that you're like, yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Okay. Relax and allow transformation to happen. Okay. That's what it says here. Isis is telling you, you are protected during these times, during the next 3 months and beyond. You are very protected. Pile number 3. So think on your feet, act courageously, and enhance your position, okay? Enhance your growth. And we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Yeah, definitely with the crumbling here, what are you clinging on to? All right, so, you know, it's okay to appreciate a situation for what it was. Maybe it provided shelter. Maybe it provided security. Maybe it provided you anonymity. Maybe it provided you some sense of security, right? But you're letting something go here. And when you're letting something go, it is a good opportunity to go back and appreciate yourself too, as well, for, you know, the experience that you had and also the people around you that, you know, hopefully were, you know, in good faith around you too. Now, I think here with Fox Spirit, you may be in the middle of letting something go here. And that means you got to be kind of smart about it and quick on your feet and think through everything, as much as you are going through grief at the same time and letting go, which can be kind of a demanding experience, pile number 3, right? Because it's like, wow, you know, I'm appreciative, but I'm also looking forward to something new, but I'm also having to really act quickly on my feet here. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah. And, you know, there's something here that I've been thinking about lately is this whole thing where, you know, we take complete responsibility for our life path. Okay. And there is a moment I feel like in our lifetimes where we're like, you know what, I'm going to take, I mean, except for those situations where people did things against your will. Obviously, you did not, you know, I'm not trying to, we got to be careful, you know, with that. But I mean, as far as your decisions you're making as an adult who has free will, who can make decisions, etc., taking responsibility for our life path thus far, okay? And there's something, a story that is with this storyteller card that is gonna come out, I feel like this for you, pile number 3, okay? And you know, this whole thing of feeling like maybe you were being protected in a situation, but actually it was really like not good for you, not good for your mental health, not good for your physical health, right? and saying, okay, I am going to take responsibility for my well-being. I'm not going to blame this on, you know, the evil corporation or the bastard boss or the, you know, cheating bastard ex-husband. I mean, all those things may be like truly bastardy, okay? Pile number 3, I mean, we're not denying the bastardness of that, but you know, like it as adults, right? Like we want to also look at, you know, where we've gained advantages in situations and how we've learned to think on our feet and how we've been able to enhance our abilities as a result of a situation, all right? And when you take responsibility for your life path going forward, it just means that, you know, the buck stops with you. Nobody else is having control. Nobody else is, you know, over you. Like it's you, right? And so it's a really fruitful time to kind of look at everything that you've done here, I feel. Pile number 3. Dynamic, yeah. Okay, so dynamic relationships, instead of feeling like it's one person's way or the highway. Also dynamic thinking, dynamic skills, enhancing these skills of thinking on your feet and being super dynamic in whatever it is that you're doing. And if you need to, like, if you try something and it doesn't work, oh well, right? Like move on from it, let it go, and start off on a fresh new page, okay? So yeah, it's that dynamic process of creativity and learning, which I feel is really opening up for you. Pile number 3. Wow, 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 wow. We have the Death card here. We have transition. So, and transformation is in this card right here. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it with the Death card, appreciate what it was. All right, and the crumbling here, and you know, if we're blaming someone else, right? And you know, sometimes people are dicks. Pile number 3, we're not going to deny it, right? But also too, like, you know, realizing like our role in situations and what we do have control over is what's going to help, you know, propel us into the next best, the next greatest thing, not the next best thing, but the greatest thing. All right. And it's going to propel us out of, you know, sometimes with death, I feel like sometimes in life, like if we're feeling very troubled, if we're feeling very hard pressed by a situation, something was unfair and now you've got to let it go. And, you know, it's like, but I worked so hard, or I contributed so much, or I wanted this so bad, right? It's that feeling of grief that sometimes can really propel us into the next dynamic phase of our life and lead to incredibly creative times. I remember, like, you guys know Florence and the Machine. She's an amazing artist and musician, but her album, I think it came out, what was it, like 2009 maybe? Or no, I think it was maybe like 2011 or 10 or something. She came out with this album called Lungs, and she wrote this after, and lungs are actually where grief is stored, right? A lot of people think, you know, if you're having like trouble breathing or you're having trouble getting a breath, that's grief. That's where grief goes, is into the lungs. And she wrote this beautiful album called Lungs, and it was about this horrible breakup that she went through, and as she was going through, like, she felt like she was losing her soulmate. And that, yeah, 5 of Pentacles, super, super downtrodden, like everything crashing in on me. And yeah, and that record, like, blew, so powerful, pile number 3, blew my mind. What a storyteller, what a singer, what a gift, okay? And turned into this very dynamic process of her just nailing this album and really put her entire career on the map, okay? And so, you know, sometimes it's those moments when we have to go dig deep into our souls with the Death card and grief. Those are those moments, those divine opportunities where it's like we can really expand, okay? Reveal the Peacock Beauty, card number 24. Let's read that a little bit here. I don't know why I felt drawn to tell you about Florence and the Machine, but listen to her voice, listen to that album Lungs, because you will hear the rawness. Just thinking of it gives me goosebumps, you guys, okay? It says, the beauty of the peacock is breathtaking, with stunning lush color unfolding in graceful and proud display. You are too great a beauty, beloved. With it, you too are a great beauty, beloved. Within you resides a glorious divine being of beautiful light, with an ability to create as your divine birthright. The peacock beauty speaks to you of your creative energies rising to sublime, inspired new levels as you are accessing the power of your throat chakra for higher creation. The storyteller, oh my God, listen to Florence and the Machine. Listen to her howl and her throat chakra. My goodness, it's coming from the lungs. It's coming from that grief. Okay, wow, I'm getting like major chills right now. Whoa, your intentions and decisions are particularly your words are becoming more powerful. Enjoy the wise use of this growing creative potency to express the beauty within. Asking for divine blessing on all your plans, projects, and words. Yeah, ask for it. Pile number 3, blessings on all your plans, all your projects, and your words. Okay, the peacock beauty can silence us with her sheer magnificence, reminding us of the power of genuine beauty to bring into peace and harmony within. There is a stirring within you to create greater beauty in your life, to honor the creative ability that you have to express such sublime feelings that reside within you. The soul grows spiritually, and creative energies begin to rise from the sacral chakra in the hips and the pelvis to the throat, where they become translated into sound and made manifest. What once would have been more instinctual creativity, beautiful in its own way, becomes inspired and sublime, adding depth and healing energy to your creative expressions. Wow, depth with the death card here, and dynamic. Wow, wow, wow. Pile number 3. You can begin to create divine beauty through your words and actions. You become an active healing force for divine beauty in our world. As the power of the throat chakra grows, our urge to express ourselves in unique creative ways can become very strong. This creativity is the voice of the soul, wishing to manifest itself. The power of your soul is starting to flow through your words and plans. It's best to use this power wisely, is to decide what you speak, choose to do, or intend to create will be in alignment with the divine beauty that is present in your heart. The peacock beauty, Kuan Yin, in her graceful expression, urges you to follow what is truly beautiful to your heart and know that this will bring harmony within you and to those around you most freely. This oracle is also an indicator that whatever project, plan, or purpose you have been contemplating is in alignment with the higher creativity of your soul. Don't worry if the details aren't unfolding as you thought. Yeah, right? Think on your feet. Fox spirit, the crumbling. Don't worry, right? Think on your feet. It's always wise to be clear with your intention and surrender the details to the universe so that you can unfold according to the greater vision than our own. All you need to do is have faith and follow your intuition and take the steps that you feel inspired to take, and have patience and trust in yourself. Okay, wow, 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 wow. Pile number 3, very dynamic energy coming in for you guys during this summertime solstice. And let's go ahead and look at your enhance and indigo. So indigo, very spiritual, third eye, enhancing whatever it touches. I love that. Let's look at it. It says, the indigo is a beautiful but toxic plant, is native to much of the northern hemisphere. Death card, right? Beautiful but toxic plant. Yet it can be found growing wild at the borders of woods, along streams, and open meadows. Native American tribes have made use of this plant for centuries for a variety of purposes, most commonly used as a blue dye. Throat chakra, blue, right? The roots can also be made into teas as a purgative or to treat toothaches and nausea, okay? Although it reportedly also causes nausea, so perhaps it's best to use in a non-digestible way. The curious uses for this plant is to keep flies away from horses or other livestock, all right? It says, we are often inclined to discard or reject things that are less exciting or remarkable than we would like. Even when judging ourselves, we tend to only value what is most special, often ignoring the solid, steadfast characteristics that make us functional. Yeah, the daily practices, right? And of value to our communities. Shifting our perspective or routine can bring new life to relationships, situations, and thought patterns. Before discarding something, death card, okay, try changing the way you think about it. Simple changes can make a world of difference when you are in a funk or feeling creatively blocked. Yeah, I talked about this here with the storyteller. Maybe that means a new coat of paint or an out of ordinary date night or something as simple as tidying up and setting out a vase of flowers. Enhance. Okay, enhance the energy of what you want, pile number 3. All right, because you're getting very dynamic, very creative, very dynamic energies coming at you as these old energies fall away. Now let's see for my pile number 3 spirit, creating change in changing times, right? Creation. How is this going to come through for my pile number 3s, please, Spirit? How is it going to come through? King of Cups, all right? At the exact time, at the exact moment, and when you're most relaxed. Pile number 3, okay? And for some of you, this is talking about, like it said, connecting with a partner, connecting with someone in your life that really loves you, that really cares about you. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But, you know, I also feel like this is like emotional maturity, right? And taking responsibility for our own well-being and saying, you know, I'm going to go ahead and give myself what I need because it's going to enhance. Not only is it loving, but it also enhances like what I have to give to the world, okay? Some of you guys having a lot of emotional healing and peace through mastery of whatever it is that you're doing, all right? Very calm feeling that sets in for you, pile number 3. Water probably being, I feel like you guys need to kind of go to the water during this summer, okay? Like go to the water for sure. We have Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's where your creativity, and if you have any blocks or you're dealing with any sense of, I don't know what my next step is. I'm trying to open my mind. I'm trying to enhance so that I can open my mind, get into a place that's by water. If you can't like be in water or be by water, listen to some really amazing like meditation music of the beach or the ocean and drink as much water as you can. All right, just work with the water element, cook with it, take a bath if you can, take a cleansing shower, right? It's something about the water is opening up your mind, okay? And being calm and emotionally balanced, taking responsibility for your own emotional states, right, and I also feel like singing bowls could be really nice right now, or listening to some while you meditate could be quite lovely as well. I also feel like animals, because I'm really liking this starfish right here. Starfish are like so cool, you know? Starfish mantra is like, be open to infinite possibilities, all right? That's when your mind is open. We have Judgment. Thank you, Spirit, for releasing me from this situation that has become like so stifling and so heavy, and like thanking your guides, thanking the angels, thanking them for releasing you, for liberating you. All right, it's like you're gonna take a big old stretch. It's like your mind is like stretching up, I feel, pile number 3. And it's like, thank you, Divine Guardian. Thank you, Isis, for protecting me. Thank you for helping me to let go and trust unconditionally, you know? And sometimes like with Isis energy, it's like we got to go through the fire, you know, and to be reborn again is kind of what I feel. This is a rebirth, pile number 3. And in this space, it's like your mind becomes super clear. It becomes like an antenna, and the ideas are fruitful and endless, okay? And, you know, so many that you guys might be like, I don't know what to do first, okay? Like this has become so dynamic. And so many opportunities have been opened as a result of this. And it's like, what should I even do first? And I feel you guys are going to go from feeling like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of blocked or I'm not sure, to being like, well, what should I do next? Because there's so many ideas that I have, and one idea leads to another idea, to another idea. It's like that game Chutes and Ladders. Do you guys remember that game from back in the day? But I mean, I definitely feel this energy of people watching what you're doing and be like, wow, what is he or she gonna do next? Okay. And something unknown kind of comes into this situation too. I see more water here too, like building sandcastles, but in a good way. But I feel like there's some surprise elements that are gonna come in, especially in the month of July with the number 7 and the 7 of Cups. We're almost to July right now. So something interesting popping in for you, pile number 3 in July. Like at first you may be like, oh, this is breaking my concentration, or what a distraction, or this doesn't belong here. But actually, I feel like it's gonna lead you to a flow of creativity that is unprecedented for you, pile number 3, or lead you to this, you know, I feel like sometimes you guys may tend to kind of be like, yeah, I've done that before, or that's been good before, or that was kind of the magic formula before, so I guess I could go with that. Okay, but I feel there are some unexpected elements that are going to come in July, all right, that you might be a little bit afraid of to try. Maybe it's an idea you get at night or while you're dreaming, but I feel it's something that is going to come on. Like once you pursue that, those pages are going to fill up like you have. It's going to be like boom, boom, boom. Open the floodgate, open the floodgate, open it, open it. It's going to be like when Florence was writing, her name isn't Florence, I don't think, but like when she was writing that album, you know, it's like as soon as she got her first song, it was like boom, there it goes, there it goes. I'm on the subconscious stream. I'm on it. I'm following it out to sea. Okay. I love this for you, pile number 3. It feels very, you know, like very expansive and enhancing after a period of time when maybe like you've just been stuck in one stage. Okay. Yeah, we have the devil here. So this is this, you know, talk about being stuck in one stage, right? And the temptations of feeling like protected, even in a structure that is clearly like, you know, kind of breaking down. And, you know, I feel bad for the devil sometimes. It's like, is he or she really that bad, or is the situation really that bad? I mean, also, you know, devil energy would want us to kind of pick the thing that yields the most success, or is most practical, or makes the most sense, right? And sometimes it pays off, but for you guys, your process is becoming very dynamic. It's becoming very interactive and dynamic. And anything that is just repeating or part of the old structure, or an attempting offer to attempt to kind of bring you back into something, is just gonna feel like desperate. Okay, like I don't think you guys are gonna be into it. I don't think you're gonna be like, no. With this King of Cups, you're just like, my peace is more important. I don't like want that or need that. Okay, yeah, here's you guys saying with the 9 of Wands, like, no, like nice try, but I've seen this and I've been through this before, and I'm not like into it. Okay, like I'm over here, I'm the motherfucking Queen of Wands, right? You guys are the motherfucking Queen of Wands. You've grown so far, you've come so far, taking responsibility for everything that you've created in life, even the endings, okay? And protecting your progress is what I feel here, okay? And be proud of that, pile number 3. Be proud of like the dynamic energy and the willingness to propel yourself forward, even at times when you struggled and you felt like maybe it was just getting very repetitive, right? And oh, I love this. You guys ending on the Lovers, okay? 10 of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. Very nice. Very, very nice energy, okay? And yeah, I feel like you guys aren't even interested. If this old situation that's leaving out of your life tries to come back and say, hey, what about a second round of whatever? I feel like you guys are like, not today. Get back, Satan, okay? And yeah, like your mind is already moving in another direction with this dynamic process here. And yeah, with the Lovers and the Queen of Wands, you're excited about something else, okay? This old situation leaving your life, you're already getting excited. You're like, look at what I can do. Look at what I can create. Look at how fun this is, okay? And I feel like a lot of you guys here, like, feeling like somebody is really into you, whether, you know, it's the people that are, you know, your clients or friends or a lover, but I feel like life is into you right now, pile number 3. And I love the way that he's smiling at her. And it's almost like he's amused in a way. And he's like, you are so cute and funny. Or, you know, it's like life telling you, right? Reveal the peacock beauty. You are so cute and funny, pile number 3, right? So remember that about yourself always, even through the darkness and the changes that inevitably come our way in this lifetime. You are fun, you are cute, you are ready to feel all the blessings coming your way, okay? And open your mind. So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my loves. Best of luck during the summer season, and we will see you again soon. Take care.